Hey y'all, it's Tashawn here, also known as Nine Coins here on YouTube, back with another video. Um, well, I had a moment. I wanted to I know I just wanted to share the Afro Goddess Tarot Arcanas Mass Market Edition. Um, and not because I'm like trying to be all exclusive, like, I feel like Robin did a really wonderful walkthrough and with pairings and all of that stuff. But I just wanted to kind of celebrate this deck on my channel as well. Um, I okay, so Afro Goddess Tarot Arcanas, the indie edition um, by Andrea Furtick. That was kind of like a unicorn deck for me for a long time. When I had found out that it was out of print, I was like, oh no! And so it was one of those decks that I had already kind of had on my wish list. And then when I was visiting Andrea Furtick's website, there was something mentioned about going mass market. I think this was like a few months ago or a year ago. So I was like, oh, okay. So I was just patiently waiting. And then next thing you know, US Games pops up. It's like, hey, we have this this deck coming out. And so, which I think is great. So I pre-ordered it. It arrived. I'm happy that it came. I left it in order. I waited because I knew I wanted to show you guys, but it's been so busy with me lately that I just haven't been able to like get it together. But so yeah, we're going to we're going to just flip through this. Um, I do want to say like what you get when you do get this deck is you do get a magnetic closured box, which is really cool. And of course, you have foiling. I'm not really the biggest box person. I know people love lovely boxes, but it's not really the thing that like I get excited about. But they did put a lot of care in the design of the box. Here is the booklet here. It's a full color booklet, which is nice. But it really just shows kind of um, your basic like kind of insights about each card. Nothing too particularly special. And then the cards. So while the while the box itself is really nice and durable, this paper thing comes out, making it really interesting. It just pops out by accident. And so it just makes it really interesting trying to get the cards out because it doesn't stick to the box. Um, so I had that issue, but again, I'm not really pressed. I think these might go in a bag after a while, but um, that is the packaging that they come in. And you know what I'm really looking for? I'm really looking for someone who has the indie deck that can like do a side by side. Because I don't, I can't do that for you, but I do. I did know like someone mentioned on the socials that the backs have changed. In that the indie deck has the continent of Africa on the back with foil, and here you can see this is like the world map. And so I'm interested in why they made that choice. It doesn't bother me anything, but like, yeah, interesting. Also, the size is um, is smaller. Let me see if I can. What's next to me? What's next to me? Can do a little quick comparison. So this is your standard tarot size here. So it has the same width, just about, but it's a little bit shorter. It's a little squat. Um, a lot of people, some people don't like that. I don't mind it at all. Um, and the cardstock is like really, I don't know. I think it's sturdy. It feels like a 350 GSM. And then there's matte gilding on the edges, and then the faces are matte but also holographic. So the holographic effect is a lot more gentle than it would be on a glossy cardstock, which I like, which is nice. I don't think the indie version comes with holographic, so you can see how the artistic choices that they made here with this deck as opposed to the indie deck. And I find it very interesting. It's almost seemed like they put a lot of effort into the quality of the box and the cards, and that might have sacrificed why, the size of the cards, and wanting to put quality there instead of like enhancing the size. But anyway, um, let's just flip it through and see what's going on. So, okay, I always do this. I always like start babbling about the Fool. Like, let's get started. Oh, the Fool. Wait. I love this Fool. This Fool actually reminds me of me. The girl who thinks she's got it going on. She's about to step out into the world. But she's about to get her life in the most dramatic way. So I just like that I kind of resonated with this photo. Like, this is a image. This is one of the images that caught my eye when I first saw the deck. Magician. So these are all women, I guess, maybe of African descent. Yeah, Afro goddess, African descent. And they are positioned as, I guess, goddesses, or have like a goddess kind of feel to them. Oh shoot! Let's see if I can get closer. There we go. Empress, my soul card. Not a lot of people like pregnant empresses. I love pregnant empresses. I find pregnancy to be a great metaphor for birthing something new. The Emperor. The Hierophant. So the compositions of some of the cards from the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith are sometimes present, sometimes not. The Lovers. The Chariots. And this is not an illustration style that I usually gravitate towards. I don't know. I think it's just because it's so bold in the line work and like colorful that it just works for me. But usually not, Like something similar, I think maybe would be what is it? The goddess, Afro goddess. Oh shoot, what is that? Oh gosh, I can't remember. And I don't really that illustration style doesn't really speak to me. But this I could jive with. I really can. The Hanged Man. So you have here the Ankh. Temperance. Tower, not too much difference there. The star is very beautiful. The moon, this reminds me of like Moses. And so I'm interested in the choice and why this choice was made. I think it shows like the element of the unknown being like kind of risky. Like there's a level of uncertainty there, and that's exactly how I felt like watching. What was the movie with the story of Moses? Or Charlton Heston. When they showed this scene, I was like, oh no! Like for the first time, like as a child, I was like, I hope it doesn't fall on them. And it didn't. Here's the sun. Judgment. And the World. And so there's two extra cards, the Supreme. that third eye there, and the Nova, the universe. Swords. Three of Swords, your standard composition. Oh, also too, the titles at the end, they have like this very intricate design here, which is cool. That pattern, just a really good attention to detail. You can see it on the backs more clearly too. So I just wanted to point that out before I forgot as well. Four of Swords. Five of Swords. I love that she's licking the knife, like she's like, yeah, I got him, but then her tongue is bleeding, or maybe she's licking the blood off the knife. I don't know, off the sword. I like the first interpretation of it because it's like she thinks she's won, but she is still suffering. Like this, um, her actions um, have caused her own suffering as well as the suffering of others. The swords. We still got that sun coming up, the Ten of Swords. Daughter. So we have daughters as pages. And this is funny. Son of Swords, but there's a feminine person there. So I'm interested in, why that is. And then it jumps to goddess. So you start with familial relations and then goddess and god. And the goddess, the god is masculine. What I would have done if this was my deck, but it's not, but like if it was, I would have, because it's called the Afro Goddess Tarot Arcanas, I would have made the goddess as the king and another role for the queen. Wands. Or I'm just really glad that they made this mass market. I love Afrocentric decks, but most Afrocentric decks are still, created by indie creators, which makes the cost, which is well within their right, but it makes the cost more expensive. So even if you were interested in these styles, you'd have to cough up a lot of change. So to see more decks created by and featuring people of color in the mass market is just only so helpful, because not everybody has like $100 to spend on antique blacks. You know what I'm saying? Or what was, yeah, whatever else, Mansel's tarot, like. The illustrations are bold. Um, it's simple, so the boldness really makes sense. Like they just pop out. There's not too much going on. There's just enough going on. I love this Two of Cups. This is very pretty. I love the color scheme and everything. The sun and the moon. Yeah, very cute. Three of Cups. I love this Five of Cups, and I love that she got a little badonk right there. Like, okay, I'm fly, but I cry too. Baddies cry too. Okay. Six of Cups. Very pretty. I love this Ten of Cups. Oh, it's like a white peacock. I like that. I like that. Goddess. I like the trident. Your Ace of Pentacles. I love the honeycomb. The Three of Pentacles. Usually you see it with Eight of Pentacles, but I think Three of Pentacles makes perfect sense. Five of Pentacles. Here's some really cool symbolism here. A yearning for this while you're here. Seven. Nine is pretty. 10, which honestly reminds me of Ten of Cups. However, the fact that it's leading up to this house, it's almost like they've inherited the house, you know? So I like it. Cityscape behind her. A planted field behind him. Luscious greenery. And grapes. And golds. And plants. And hills. Yay. All right. So, like I said, this is a chunker. So let me see. I figured that I could shuffle it, but I may not be able to, like, I can riffle it maybe, but I may not be able to, like, I don't think I can. Oh, I can bridge it a little bit, but not really. Yeah. So let me see what the guidebook is about real quick. So I'm just giving this a quick shuffle. I honestly think, like, because I don't, first of all, I realized I don't have many oracle decks. Like, there is this tag going around about, like, oh gosh, what is it? Something about oracle decks? And I was like, oh, I want to do it, but I don't. Oh, I've got a deck for that or something, or I can't remember. But I remember it included oracle decks, and I was like, I don't. I was looking around. I was like, I don't have a lot of oracle decks, and the ones that I do have, I saw that they were already like featured in videos, right? Like I feel like, oh, I don't have anything special, so I didn't do the tag. Um, all this to say is that if you want to see pairs, go see your girl Robin. I'll link her video below. Because we're a team. Tarot Tube is a team. For those who like to take looks at cards and things, get multiple perspectives, all that jazz. So, was that 7? I tried to do 7 shuffles. These are shuffling really well. I honestly was afraid that they would be too thick to shuffle, but they're just right, really. So let us pull a card, and maybe let's make this into like a collective reading. So maybe 2 cards. Let's have some fun. We'll read the guidebook, and then we'll just go from there. So here we have, oh, yep, 4 of Cups, 4 of Cups. So let's look at the Four of Cups. So, like I said, there's a brief introduction here, and then it just jumps into the majors, and then it goes in the order of the deck. So, swords are first, but let's go to cups. Okay, Four of Cups. The Four of Cups brings a moment of pause and contemplation. This meditating goddess has three offers at her feet, and one being handed to her. However, she is so inwardly focused, she has neither accepted nor rejected any of these four offers, but is concentrating on what could be best for her. She is strong in her patience and knows that what is for her will be for her when she does choose to open her eyes to accept it. The Four of Cups is a moment when new opportunities are presenting themselves to you. However, you may be finding that you are slow to accept. Do not worry. Destiny is destiny, and what is for you will always be available when the time is right. Take this time to decide which offer is best. Make sure you are in alignment as you do so, for this is how you will get to your truest decision. In its reverse, you may have become so withdrawn that you cannot even recognize that an offer is being made. Do not let feelings of past disappointment keep you from progressing and accepting new. Open your eyes. You have options. This is speaking to me a lot. So I don't know about you, but I feel like this is pretty relevant. Let me just pull another card just to see. Okay. Yeah. I knew it was love centered. I knew it because I was like, ooh, this is resonating with me a little bit too closely to like all of the lovey-dovey stuff that's going on in my life right now. So if you're feeling like you're in a moment, especially dealing with relationships, dating, and all of that jazz, you might be feeling similarly to me of like um, trying to remain grounded, trying to keep your peace while you are in this really delicate game of dating and meeting people and having these romantic experiences with people, you know. And also, too, I really do agree with what the booklet said of like what is for you is for you. So all of this anxiety maybe over did this person is this person interested, or I like this person, or what about this person, kind of going with the flow, I think might be something you might want to try going day by day, letting the anxiety go, remaining grounded, right? And understanding that you're dope as hell, okay? And you have options. The options that are for you, the true one will come forward when the time is right, or when, let's say, when you're ready, right? When you're ready for it to come forward, because a lot of us think in our lives that we are ready when we're spiritually maybe not ready, right? And so, like kind of getting a sense of that, strengthening your inner knowledge, and going back to what it is that you need in this moment as opposed to what it is you want, because what you want may not be happening right now, but it may be coming soon. So I don't know, I feel like that's for me, but if it's for you too, there you go. Let's pick it. Okay. See, I told you. Listen. And you know what? The anxiety, if this does resonate and you are feeling anxious about certain relationships, new connections, or budding connections, this is a weird time, right? We're post eclipse. We're in the midst of a Mercury retrograde, which fumbles with a lot of how we communicate with the world and how we communicate with each other. But it will all be okay. These moments of awkwardness will pass. You know what I'm saying? So this was actually really cool. I'm really glad that I was able to pull and do an authentic reading, because I actually needed to hear this for myself. Not gonna lie. Woo, Lord. Okay. So, all right, y'all. So, that is the deck. Really quick, really simple. Just wanted to throw it up. I'm exhausted. I finished a draft of a thesis, and now I gotta do the revisions and stuff. And so I'm pushing through, but your girl is exhausted. So excuse my absence lately and my irregularity with posting videos. It's just been a time. It's been a time, but I just wanted to shout this out. I can't wait to start using this deck. And seeing what comes out of it. I just think it's just really cute. And like I said before, if this something like this piques your fancy, go ahead and support the artist. If you already have this deck, leave a review on either on wherever site that you bought it from. So US Games, Amazon, you know, I don't know, tarot arts, wherever, wherever it's sold, because that helps with, you know, helping people get to know the deck enough to make informed decisions to then buy it and invest. And the more we invest in decks like these, the more companies will be inclined to support artists who do decks like these. All right. So anyway, let me know what you think about this deck. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you next time. Bye.